Christ compared the days prior to his return to those of Noah. Genesis 6:4 says, "There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them."
You were part of a groundbreaking discovery that shook the world.
The Book of Enoch, a controversial piece of scripture banned and shrouded in secrecy for nearly 2,000 years. This ancient text, sometimes called the Forbidden Bible, has intrigued scholars, theologians, and curious minds alike. It holds revelations that shake the very foundations of what we think we know about angels, humanity's origins, and our place in the cosmos. In this video, we'll unlock the mysteries of the Book of Enoch, taking you through stories that the traditional Bible only hints at. Here, we encounter the Watchers, angels who descended to earth, abandoning their heavenly duties to live among humanity. Their actions had far-reaching consequences, giving birth to a race of giants called the Nephilim, and sparking a cosmic rebellion that forever changed the fate of mankind. These ancient texts not only reveal a different world, but also provide eerie insights into the nature of good and evil, free will, and the hidden battles that rage in the heavens. But Enoch doesn't stop at telling tales of fallen angels and strange beings. It reveals a cosmology and a vision of earth and the heavens that will leave you questioning everything. From prophecies of a coming judgment to hidden realms and celestial secrets, the Book of Enoch offers insights that some have called too dangerous for the common reader. We are Jesus' eternal aura. In today's video, you will have appropriate answers to all the questions above. Before you know what happened, subscribe to the channel, like this video.
In these scrolls, we find biblical manuscripts, copies of the Bible that are 1,000 years older than any previously known copy of the Bible, as well as a treasure trove of documents that we had never seen before.
The Book of Enoch, an ancient text detailing events from long before the birth of Jesus, is a source of much fascination, mystery, and controversy. Although not included in the Bible as we know it today, the book has intrigued religious scholars, historians, and spiritual seekers for centuries. Some scholars dispute its divine inspiration, questioning whether it truly holds God-given revelations. But despite such skepticism, the Book of Enoch offers a profound, albeit unsettling, perspective on humanity, creation, and the supernatural. The book's journey to public awareness began in 1773, when it was discovered in Abyssinia, now Ethiopia, by the Scottish explorer James Bruce. To this day, it remains a key part of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church's scriptures. The Ethiopian Christian sect regards this book as essential to their faith, and its inclusion in their sacred texts adds an element of mystery, given its exclusion from the Bible used in most other Christian denominations. The Book of Enoch is said to contain ominous predictions about humanity's future, with passages that evoke a deep sense of foreboding. Within these pages, Enoch reveals secrets and dire prophecies that, as some say, can send shivers down one's spine. But what are these secrets, and what hidden knowledge does the Book of Enoch truly contain? Let's explore its origins, contents, and the secrets it claims to hold for the human race. Known as a pseudepigraphal work, meaning that it's attributed to a biblical figure but likely written by someone else in ancient times, the Book of Enoch stands outside the traditional canon of the Old Testament, yet it possesses significant historical and theological depth. The book recounts events supposedly written long before Jesus' time, and although the original manuscript is thought to have disappeared in the 4th century, the text was rediscovered in Ethiopia in the late 18th century, adding a fascinating twist to its journey. The Ethiopian Christian community preserved the book, viewing it as part of their religious heritage. Interestingly, heretical Christian groups such as the Manichaeans, who were influenced by a mix of Iranian, Greek, Chaldean, and Egyptian thought, also cherished the Book of Enoch. Their reverence for the text helped ensure its survival through periods when Orthodox clerical scholars were intent on removing it. These scholars claimed that Enoch's revelations strayed too far from divinely inspired teachings, as they presented an unconventional, mystifying view of the world's origins and the celestial order. One of the reasons the Book of Enoch was excluded from the Bible is its content, which delves into forbidden knowledge about the creation of the world, the existence of fallen angels, and a list of extraordinary events that would seem otherworldly to many. Among its pages are depictions of sensual fallen angels, violent giants, and cosmic phenomena that ancient scribes and priests might have found difficult to interpret within a conventional biblical framework. The book's fantastical elements and mysterious cosmology have led many to speculate on the influence of Babylonian mythology, which indeed shares similarities with some of the stories found in Enoch's text. Its compilation includes a number of apocalyptic works, visions of the end times and divine judgment that are strikingly detailed, even compared to other biblical texts. But who exactly was Enoch, the man behind this enigmatic book? Enoch is known from the Bible as a patriarch and a figure of great faith who lived before the time of Noah and the Great Flood. According to the genealogy in Genesis, Enoch was the great-great-great-grandson of Adam, the father of Jared, and the grandfather of Methuselah, who, according to the Bible, lived the longest of any human being. Enoch's story, as recorded in Genesis 5:21-24, tells of his extraordinary closeness to God. The verses describe how Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Many interpret this as meaning that Enoch was taken directly into heaven, bypassing death. Bible scholars have also speculated that he and the prophet Elijah are the only two figures in the Bible who ascended into heaven without experiencing death.
Police in Turkey have recovered a Bible thought to be 1,000 years old, the holy book which was found in the central Turkish city of Turkey.
The Book of Enoch suggests that Enoch's righteous life and unwavering faith pleased God to such an extent that he spared him the suffering of death, making Enoch an example of ultimate faithfulness and spiritual purity. In addition to being a role model in the Jewish and Christian traditions, Enoch is revered as a saint by various branches of Christianity, including the Catholic, Eastern Orthodox, and Oriental Orthodox churches. Some Muslim scholars also identify Enoch with the prophet Idris mentioned in the Quran. Enoch's life and ministry, as portrayed in religious texts, foreshadowed Noah's mission. Just as Noah preached righteousness and built the ark to prepare for the flood, Enoch warned humanity of impending divine judgment, acting as a precursor to the prophets who followed. Interestingly, the Book of Enoch resurfaced in another discovery in the 1940s with the unearthing of the Dead Sea Scrolls, ancient manuscripts that were found in the Judean desert near Qumran, close to the Dead Sea. In 1946 to 1947, young Bedouin shepherds stumbled upon these scrolls while exploring a cave. When one of the boys threw a stone into a crevice, it struck pottery, producing a breaking sound that led them to investigate further. Inside the cave, they found large clay jars filled with ancient leather and papyrus scrolls, some of which contained parts of the Book of Enoch. The Judean cave site, now known as the West Bank, is located near the ruins of an ancient settlement, Qumran. The texts were eventually acquired by antiquities dealers and scholars who dated them to over 2,000 years old, sparking a renewed interest in the hidden messages within these scrolls. Among the scrolls were fragments that complemented the already known content of the Book of Enoch. Collectively, the Dead Sea Scrolls include approximately 800 to 900 texts, providing insights into Jewish religious beliefs and practices around the time of Jesus. The Book of Enoch, in particular, was divided into 5 sections: the Book of Watchers, the Book of Parables, the Astronomical Book, the Dream Visions, and the Epistles of Enoch. In total, these 5 sections encompass 100 chapters, covering a wide array of topics that range from celestial mysteries to apocalyptic visions. The first section, the Book of Watchers, recounts the tale of rebellious angels who defy God by descending to earth and intermingling with humans, producing a race of giants. This narrative introduces the idea of fallen angels, a concept that echoes in later biblical and apocryphal literature. The Book of Parables, another significant section, delves into moral teachings and prophecies concerning judgment and redemption. The astronomical book offers complex descriptions of heavenly bodies and cosmic cycles, showing an ancient fascination with the stars and the movement of the heavens. Dream visions present symbolic dreams that foretell future events, while the epistles of Enoch emphasize the importance of righteousness and obedience to God. While the Book of Enoch remains outside the canonical Bible, its influence endures in both religious and literary traditions. It is referenced in various parts of the Bible, including the New Testament in the Gospel of Luke, the Epistle to the Hebrews, and the Epistle of Jude, which cites Enoch's prophecy concerning the judgment of the ungodly. For centuries, Enoch's journey, teachings, and writings have served as a source of inspiration and contemplation for those who seek to understand the mysteries of the divine. Ultimately, the Book of Enoch challenges readers to ponder questions about humanity's origins, its purpose, and its ultimate destiny. It raises profound themes of sin, redemption, and the eternal conflict between good and evil, urging believers to reflect on their relationship with God and the unseen forces in the cosmos. Whether viewed as a divinely inspired work or as a relic of ancient religious thought, the Book of Enoch offers a unique window into early Jewish spirituality, blending myth, prophecy, and moral instruction in a way that continues to captivate audiences across generations.
Israeli archaeologists working to prevent caves in the area from being looted filmed the moment of their discovery. They'd found ancient verses from the books of the prophets Zechariah and Nahum in the Hebrew Bible.
The Book of Enoch is a fascinating ancient text with profound stories and complex narratives, exploring mysteries that challenge conventional understandings of the divine. Composed of multiple sections, the book addresses themes of angels, forbidden knowledge, cosmic laws, and otherworldly events, presenting a narrative that differs from canonical biblical texts. Central to the book's intrigue is the story of the fallen angels, celestial beings who descend to earth, form intimate unions with human women, and produce offspring known as the Nephilim. These half-human, half-angelic beings are portrayed as giants and agents of chaos, introducing humanity to forbidden knowledge and accelerating moral decay, ultimately leading to the Great Flood as described in the Book of Genesis. The term Nephilim, which originates from Hebrew and roughly translates to fallen ones, refers to these hybrid beings who are portrayed as enormous, supernatural entities. Some interpretations suggest they are larger than life due to their supernatural parentage, while others question the possibility of angels or demonic beings engaging in physical relationships with humans. This debate over the Nephilim's origins adds to the mystery and allure surrounding the Book of Enoch, as readers ponder whether these beings represent literal giants or symbolize humanity's moral failings. Other interpretations take a more grounded approach, suggesting that the sons of God, who fathered the Nephilim, were descendants of Seth, the righteous son of Adam, and that the Nephilim were simply humans who deviated from the righteous path. This interpretation, though less sensational, invites readers to consider the metaphorical implications of the text, which challenges the lines between divine beings and humanity. Among the many themes in the Book of Enoch are hidden mysteries and revelations that strike some as too obscure or mythical to be credible. These accounts, which blur the lines between divine myth and spiritual allegory, led early church scholars to question the book's place within sacred scripture. As a result, the Book of Enoch was ultimately excluded from most biblical canons, sparking questions about its legitimacy and relevance. Nevertheless, the text continues to captivate readers who are drawn to its enigmatic accounts, wondering whether the book reveals sacred truths or serves as allegorical tales intended to provoke deeper thought on divine matters. The Book of Enoch dives deep into cosmic mysteries and provides accounts that are either left unexplained or briefly touched upon in the canonical Bible. Among these are the origin of demons, the explanation of Genesis 6:1-5, which details the descent of the sons of God and their union with human women, and the spiritual rationale behind the Great Flood. Additionally, the book offers insight into the celestial mechanics governing the sun, moon, stars, and winds, presenting a cosmic order overseen by angels. Enoch describes angels who defied this order, ultimately leading to their expulsion from heaven. He also alludes to the role of the archangel Uriel, a being associated with divine illumination and spiritual revelation, as well as secrets about the process of creation and a prophesied 1,000-year reign of the Messiah. Among the most captivating sections is the account of the Watchers, a group of 200 angels who are tasked with observing humanity, but ultimately succumb to earthly temptations. According to the text, these Watchers rebelled against God's command, choosing to live among humans and, eventually, abandon their heavenly duties. This decision led to their corruption, and their names and roles are documented within the book. Prominent among them are Shemihaza, Asael, Ramel, Artakof, Matarel, and Ananel. The fallen Watchers took on the title of Bad Watchers after their descent, as they introduced humans to illicit knowledge and acted in ways that defied divine law. Their deeds included the corruption of humanity's minds as they engaged in forbidden relations with both men and women, introducing new moral and ethical corruptions. The narrative suggests that their influence went beyond physical relations, extending into the realm of intellectual corruption and moral decay.
Now, this is quite a discovery. Fragments of a biblical scroll, along with other relics, have been found in desert caves in Israel.
Turkish authorities have confirmed that an ancient Bible thought to be 1,500 years old.
These angelic watchers taught humans forbidden knowledge that, until their arrival, had been concealed from humanity. They introduced weapon making, the art of war, and the manipulation of nature. This knowledge included astrology, cloud observation, and celestial phenomena, skills and practices foreign to humanity at the time. The book portrays these teachings as morally compromising, as they equipped humanity with abilities that altered its relationship with nature and with each other. For instance, Yekon, one of the Watchers, is credited with convincing other Watchers to engage in forbidden relations with humans. His accomplices, named in the book as Asbeel, Gadriel, Penemu, and Kazdaye, are described as individual Satans, agents of iniquity and deceit who sought to subvert divine order. These fallen beings, now cast as demonic entities, collectively shaped the corrupt path humanity followed, ushering in an age of unprecedented knowledge and moral decline. One particularly mysterious aspect of the Book of Enoch lies in its revelations regarding the creation of the universe. According to the text, Enoch was granted a direct vision of creation, witnessing the foundations of all things and the divine order that structured the heavens and earth. The story describes God forming the material world from a void, beginning with the creation of a throne and the establishment of cosmic boundaries. Water, transformed into solid matter, became the foundation upon which God constructed the heavens, showcasing a divine architecture that extended to every aspect of creation. The book describes a step-by-step account of creation, where God populated the earth with various beings, including armies of intangible spirits, animals, birds, fish, and ultimately, humanity. These revelations can be found in chapters 28 and 29, where Enoch receives instructions about the hidden structure of the cosmos and the secret origins of life. God also discusses with Enoch the secrets of creation in chapters 24 to 26, and in chapter 41, 1 to 3, Enoch shares his reflections on this divine revelation. Despite the richness of these accounts, early biblical scholars struggled to accept the Book of Enoch's creation story, partly due to its divergence from traditional Genesis accounts. The early church fathers' reluctance to embrace these descriptions reflects a broader skepticism toward the book's place within Christian orthodoxy. Throughout the Book of Enoch, the central question remains whether these divine mysteries and revelations contain hidden truths about humanity's origin, purpose, and place in the cosmos. The accounts of fallen angels, the origin of Nephilim, the secrets of creation, and the cosmic laws governing celestial bodies pose questions about the balance between the sacred and the forbidden. The book invites readers to ponder whether these secrets were intentionally concealed from humanity for protection or simply beyond our understanding. Its rejection by many early Christian authorities reflects the challenging nature of these mysteries and the difficulty of integrating them into established doctrinal frameworks. In addition to addressing these cosmic and divine themes, the Book of Enoch delves into themes of judgment, divine wrath, and ultimate redemption. It foretells a 1,000-year reign of the Messiah, a period in which divine justice and cosmic order will be fully restored. This reign is portrayed as a time of peace and divine rule, following an era of upheaval and moral decay brought on by humanity's embrace of forbidden knowledge. Enoch's visions suggest that the corruption brought by the fallen watchers will eventually be purged, and a new divine order will emerge. The Book of Enoch remains an enigmatic text filled with mysteries that challenge traditional beliefs and religious understandings. Its influence has persisted throughout history, inspiring theological debate and capturing the imagination of those intrigued by its tales of divine beings, hidden knowledge, and cosmic order. For some, the book serves as a cautionary tale of the dangers of forbidden knowledge and the consequences of defying divine law. For others, it presents a hidden wisdom that prompts readers to consider humanity's place in the cosmos and the intricate workings of divine justice. Ultimately, the Book of Enoch serves as both a testament to humanity's yearning for spiritual knowledge and a reminder of the boundaries that exist between the mortal and the divine. Its stories, whether literal or allegorical, remain a powerful commentary on the consequences of moral compromise and the mysterious ways in which divine order interacts with human frailty. Whether regarded as truth, myth, or allegory, the Book of Enoch continues to invite readers into a world where angels, giants, and humans intersect, each grappling with the weight of divine mysteries that transcend human understanding.
The ancient Book of Enoch is a book that was quite popular during the first 700 years of church history, but then faded from sight. Nobody republished it. It disappeared until the Book of Enoch was rediscovered in the Ethiopian region of Abyssinia in the 1700s.
The Epistles of Enoch, a concluding section of the ancient text known as the Book of Enoch, spans chapters 91 to 108 and is commonly referred to as the Epistle of Enoch. While the term epistle often brings to mind the letters written by Paul in the New Testament, the epistles in the Book of Enoch are different in purpose and tone. Rather than serving as letters exchanged between individuals or groups, Enoch's words here are more like a testament or farewell, an impassioned address imparting wisdom, warnings, and prophetic insight meant for future generations. These words are directed to his son, Methuselah, and by extension to all of Enoch's descendants, serving as an enduring message about faith, morality, and the nature of divine judgment. This unique section captures the heart of Enoch's counsel to his family, providing a vivid account of his visions and warnings about humanity's fate. In this epistle, Enoch shares a vision he experienced, a divine journey that brought him into the presence of God. Through this encounter, Enoch was given knowledge of events yet to come, and he felt a strong duty to share what he had seen. With the weight of this knowledge upon him, Enoch gathers his children and his extended family, urging them to heed his counsel. He emphasizes the importance of living a life of uprightness, righteousness, and faith, stressing that these virtues are essential for maintaining a close relationship with God. Enoch's message, however, is not just a simple moral reminder. It is a profound warning of what lies ahead for those who deviate from the path of righteousness. One of Enoch's most significant revelations involves the foretelling of a great flood, an event he describes in detail, which we know from later biblical texts occurs in the time of Noah. Enoch speaks with urgency as he explains the purpose of the flood. It is a divine judgment against the wickedness that has permeated the world. Corruption and sin have grown rampant among humanity, and Enoch explains that this catastrophic flood will cleanse the earth. This prediction of a flood to purge the world of evil is an important part of Enoch's message, underscoring the theme that divine judgment is both inevitable and necessary when wickedness reaches a certain threshold. This vision is not only a warning to those listening to Enoch in his own time, but also serves as a broader reminder for future generations that God's patience has limits, and the consequences of abandoning righteousness can be dire. Beyond the prophecy of the flood, Enoch's epistle delves into even greater themes of judgment. He speaks of a final judgment, one that will encompass all of humanity across time, and this judgment is not limited to the wicked of his own era. Enoch describes the final reckoning as a cosmic event that includes the resurrection of the dead, a concept that mirrors themes found later in Judeo-Christian thought. Chapters 91:13-14 in the Epistle of Enoch discuss this ultimate judgment, a time when the righteous will be rewarded and the wicked will face consequences that extend beyond mere mortal life. This portrayal of judgment is both solemn and terrifying, meant to instill reverence and awe, as well as to encourage introspection in those who hear or read these words. Another notable aspect of the Epistle of Enoch is its series of oracles against sinners. These 6 oracles stand as declarations or warnings directed specifically at those who have chosen to live in defiance of God's laws. These oracles serve a dual purpose. They not only denounce the actions of the wicked, but also serve as a public record of their deeds, a witness that will be remembered when the time of judgment arrives. Each oracle is a proclamation of justice, highlighting different aspects of wicked behavior that have corrupted human society. Through these oracles, Enoch reinforces the message that no sin goes unnoticed, and that each act of rebellion against divine law contributes to the individual's eventual judgment.
If in the beginning there was nothing, and then God created the earth and the skies. And that's essentially what the Bible is trying to say. They're just doing it in a way.
And the Bible got it right.
In these final words to his family, Enoch does not only speak of judgment and wrath, he also conveys hope and guidance for those who choose to walk in faith. He encourages his children to remain steadfast in their dedication to God, assuring them that righteousness will ultimately prevail. Enoch's vision of the future includes a time when the righteous will inherit a world cleansed of wickedness, where they will enjoy peace and divine favor. This promise of redemption is a crucial part of Enoch's message, balancing the themes of punishment with the assurance that God's ultimate plan includes a reward for those who remain faithful. This dual focus on punishment for the wicked and reward for the righteous is central to the theology presented in the Epistle of Enoch. Enoch's words reflect a worldview in which justice is not arbitrary, but is based on one's actions and choices. The world Enoch envisions is one where moral order is preserved through divine intervention, a world where no deed, whether good or evil, goes unnoticed. This vision of moral accountability is powerful, serving as a reminder that each individual's actions have consequences, not only in this life, but in the life to come. Enoch's epistle has endured through the centuries, largely because of the depth and universality of its message. Its teachings resonate with readers across generations, reminding each new audience of the importance of integrity and faith. The Epistle of Enoch is not merely a story of one man's prophetic vision. It is a moral and spiritual guide, offering timeless counsel on the values that lead to a life of purpose and the consequences that await those who reject these values. In addition to its theological significance, the Epistle of Enoch has also influenced other religious texts and traditions. elements of Enoch's visions, particularly his description of the Great Flood and the Final Judgment, echo themes found in the canonical books of the Bible, particularly in the Old Testament and the New Testament. Scholars and theologians have noted the parallels between Enoch's writings and passages in both the books of Genesis and Revelation. This connection suggests that the Epistle of Enoch played a formative role in shaping early religious thought, serving as a foundation for later concepts of divine judgment and resurrection. For many readers, the Epistle of Enoch offers a unique perspective on these familiar themes, enriching their understanding of ancient beliefs about sin, judgment, and redemption. By presenting these ideas in a narrative form that combines prophecy with moral instruction, Enoch's words engage the reader's imagination as well as their conscience, encouraging them to reflect on their own actions and values. The Epistle of Enoch thus stands as a powerful reminder of humanity's ongoing responsibility to uphold justice, seek truth, and walk in the light of faith. Today, as readers return to this ancient text, they find a message that is as relevant as ever. The Epistle of Enoch speaks to universal human concerns, our struggles with morality, our fears about the future, and our hopes for a world where justice prevails. In Enoch's final words to Methuselah, there is an invitation to each of us to consider our place in the grand design, to recognize that we are part of a larger story, one in which our actions matter, and our choices shape not only our own destiny, but the destiny of the world around us. Enoch's epistle, with its blend of apocalyptic vision and moral exhortation, remains a timeless guide, calling every generation to pursue righteousness and live in accordance with divine will. As we reflect on the message of the Epistle of Enoch, we are reminded that, while history may change, the call to walk in faith and righteousness is eternal, echoing through the ages as a beacon for all who seek to live in harmony with the divine purpose.
In these scrolls, we find biblical manuscripts, copies of the Bible that are 1,000 years older than any previously known copy of the Bible, as well as a treasure trove of documents that we had never seen before.
Now, this is quite a discovery. Fragments of a biblical scroll, along with other relics, have been found in desert caves in Israel.
Turkish authorities have confirmed that an ancient Bible thought to be 1,500 years old.
In the depths of history, a mysterious text vanished from sight, hidden away for centuries. That is, until the 1700s, when the ancient Book of Enoch was rediscovered in the Ethiopian region of Abyssinia. This long-forgotten manuscript sent shockwaves through the early Christian church, leaving everyone who encountered it trembling in fear, priests included. The secret knowledge within its pages sparked expeditions that drove many to madness, while those who managed to keep their sanity were never the same again. So, what exactly is in this enigmatic book? How does Joe Rogan explain its mind-bending content? And just how did it have the power to unravel the minds of those who sought it out? Strap in, because we're diving deep into the mysteries of the Book of Enoch. We are Jesus' eternal aura. In today's video, you will have appropriate answers to all the questions above. Before you know what happened, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and click the bell icon for all the latest updates.
The ancient Book of Enoch is a book that was quite popular during the first 700 years of church history, but then faded from sight. Nobody republished it. It disappeared until the Book of Enoch was rediscovered in the Ethiopian region of Abyssinia in the 1700s.
The Book of Enoch is a mysterious and ancient text that has captivated scholars and mystics alike for centuries. Discovered in 1773 by the Scottish explorer James Bruce in Abyssinia, modern-day Ethiopia, the book is also known as the Ethiopic Book of Enoch. It is a pseudepigraphical work, meaning it is falsely attributed to a notable figure, in this case, Enoch, the son of Jared. The true author wrote the book under Enoch's name to give it an authority it might not have otherwise possessed. The Book of Enoch has garnered attention not only for its esoteric content, but also for its complicated history. Joe Rogan, a well-known media personality, has expressed a particular interest in this ancient text, describing it as containing essential truths that have been suppressed by politics and the human struggle for power. Rogan's discussions with various scientists on his podcast have further fueled the intrigue surrounding the book. The Book of Enoch is part of a larger body of pseudepigraphical literature, which includes other works such as the Life of Adam and Eve, the Treatise of Shem, and the Testament of the 12 Patriarchs. These texts provide significant evidence that Judaism during the Second Temple period in Palestine was not monolithic, but rather a diverse collection of beliefs and practices. The Book of Enoch, in particular, is notable for its apocalyptic themes, which would later influence early Christian thought. The original manuscript of the Book of Enoch disappeared at the end of the 4th century, but portions of it have been found in Greek, Latin, Syriac, and Aramaic since the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls. The question of who found the book and why it was hidden has intrigued historians and theologians alike. James Bruce's discovery of the Book of Enoch was both a remarkable and controversial event. Bruce, a Scottish scholar and explorer, was in search of ancient relics and knowledge when he stumbled upon the text. He had hoped to find a book that would preserve the secrets of ancient rites, but instead, he uncovered what some believe to be an ancient depiction of the devil's origins. The Book of Enoch was denounced by early church fathers and was preserved only in fragments within the ancient Ethiopian language of Ge'ez. This text offers a narrative that no establishment of the time wished to see credited. Rooted in esoteric Jewish thought, the Book of Enoch suggests that the figure of the devil may have once been humanity's ally and mentor. This idea was radical and controversial, especially in a time when Britain was engaged in territorial conflicts and religious tensions were high. Bruce's journey took him through various parts of the ancient world, including Alexandria, Thebes, and Cairo, before he arrived in the former Ethiopian capital of Gondar in 1770. While ostensibly in search of the Blue Nile, Bruce was also on a quest to find the Book of Enoch. His interest in the ancient Ethiopian language and his willingness to travel to a region known for its hostility towards outsiders have led some to speculate that Bruce was motivated by more than just scientific curiosity. Bruce was a member of the Canongate Kilwinning Masonic Lodge, and some believe that his search for the Book of Enoch was influenced by Masonic beliefs. Freemasons equate Enoch with the Egyptian deity Thoth, who is considered the founder of written language. Bruce's discovery of the Book of Enoch, therefore, could have been seen as a validation of Masonic beliefs that they were the true inheritors of ancient wisdom. However, what Bruce found in the Book of Enoch was far more perplexing. The text challenges the conventional understanding of the devil as the antagonist in the story of humanity's fall. Instead, it suggests that the source of wisdom may have originated from beings whom the Hebrew deity sought to destroy during the flood. This narrative, which implies that creativity and knowledge were not gifts from God, but rather from rebellious angels, was considered heretical by both religious and social authorities at the time. As a result, the Book of Enoch never found a place in canonized Christianity and remained unpublished during Bruce's lifetime. To have made such a story public would have caused massive unrest, as it contradicted the established religious and cultural beliefs of the time. Despite its rich imagery and profound implications, the Book of Enoch continues to be a footnote in history, often overshadowed by other religious texts. The story of the Book of Enoch does not end with Bruce's discovery. In 1946-1947, the Dead Sea Scrolls were found in a cave near the ancient settlement of Qumran, located on the northwest coast of the Dead Sea, in what is now known as the West Bank. The scrolls were discovered by a group of Bedouin boys tending to their sheep. One of the boys threw a rock into a cliff opening, only to hear the sound of shattering pottery. Upon investigating, they found several large clay jars, 7 of which contained leather and papyrus scrolls. These scrolls, which included fragments of the Book of Enoch, were repurchased by antiquities dealers and scholars. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls has provided invaluable insights into the religious beliefs and practices of the time, further solidifying the significance of the Book of Enoch in the study of ancient texts and early Judaism. The Book of Enoch is a fascinating and complex text that continues to intrigue scholars, theologians, and mystics alike. Its discovery by James Bruce in Ethiopia, its controversial content, and its eventual rediscovery among the Dead Sea Scrolls all contribute to its enduring mystique. While the Book of Enoch may remain on the fringes of mainstream religious thought, its influence and significance cannot be denied. The Book of Enoch is an ancient text, believed to be around 2,000 years old, and consists of various fragments of scrolls that were discovered alongside other significant manuscripts. Despite its age and historical significance, many clerical scholars have dismissed the book, claiming it contains revelations that were not divinely inspired by God. The Book of Enoch was excluded from the Bible due to its controversial content, which includes a list of fallen angels, violent giants, strange cosmological facts, and mystical revelations. These elements have led to ongoing debates among scholars, with some believing that the stories in Enoch reflect Babylonian mythology. The Book of Enoch is attributed to Enoch, a figure mentioned in the Bible as the 7th patriarch in the line of Adam before the Great Flood. Enoch is often portrayed as a man who ascended to heaven by God's will to learn the secrets of the end of time. However, others view him as a product of ancient fan fiction, a character inserted into stories for dramatic effect. The book begins with an ominous description of the end times, detailing Earth's destruction and the final judgment of sinful men. This apocalyptic vision is one of the reasons the book was not included in the canonical Bible. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Book of Enoch is the introduction of mysterious creatures known as the Watchers. These 200 angels were initially tasked with observing human history, but they eventually became enamored with human women and descended to Earth to take them as wives. This union between angels and humans resulted in the birth of giants known as Nephilim, who were depicted as monstrous beings that devoured everything in their path, including people. The story of the Watchers and the Nephilim has been compared to modern fantasy tales like The Lord of the Rings, due to its epic scale and fantastical elements. The giants' rampage across the land caused widespread destruction, leading the Watchers to teach their human wives charms, spells, and herbology. This depiction continues the tradition of portraying women as deceivers, a theme that can be traced back to the stories of Eve and Lilith in the Bible. Meanwhile, the Watchers also shared knowledge of metallurgy with men, leading to the creation of weapons and armor, and eventually causing wars among humans. The chaos caused by the Watchers and their offspring led them to turn on one another, blaming a particular Watcher named Azazel, who is often depicted with goat-like features and is believed to be the origin of the term scapegoat. As the situation on Earth spiraled out of control, God decided to intervene by wiping the slate clean. Noah, who is given a divine warning about the imminent flood, begins constructing the ark. The narrative then takes a sudden turn, with Enoch appearing in heaven without much explanation. God charges Enoch with delivering judgment upon the Watchers, condemning them to spend eternity as demons. This part of the story also introduces the concept of purgatory, where the souls of all people are collected until Judgment Day. In the following passages, Enoch is taken on a journey through time and space, where God reveals to him the visions of the end of time. Many of these visions are reminiscent of the imagery found in the books of Daniel and Revelation, although they appear much earlier in the biblical timeline. During this journey, God and Enoch begin calling out individuals by name, condemning them to a fate without mercy. Enoch is empowered by God and transformed into the leader of the archangels named Metatron. The Book of Enoch is divided into several sections, with the first and most famous being the Book of the Watchers. This section focuses on the fallen angels, the Nephilim, and the events that led to the Great Flood. The Watchers, described as both the sons of God and the sons of heaven, were angelic beings who were initially assigned to observe human development without interfering. However, their desire for human women led them to break this rule, resulting in the birth of the Nephilim. The Book of Enoch also delves into the nature of the Nephilim. These giants are seen as a perverted mix of angels and humans, and their existence is used to explain the presence of other giants in the Bible, such as Goliath. The Nephilim are portrayed as violent and destructive, a direct consequence of the Watchers' rebellion against God. However, there is ongoing debate about the true nature of the Nephilim. Some believe they were supernatural beings, while others argue that they were simply humans who had strayed from the path of righteousness. In addition to the Book of the Watchers, the Book of Enoch contains other sections, including the Book of Parables, the Astronomical Book, the Dream Visions, and the Epistles of Enoch. These sections cover a wide range of topics, from celestial observations to prophetic visions. The book's detailed descriptions of the cosmos and its emphasis on the moral failings of both angels and humans have fascinated scholars and theologians for centuries. One of the most significant themes in the Book of Enoch is the idea of divine punishment. The Watchers, who were once trusted to observe humanity, are eventually condemned for their actions, serving as a warning to others who might consider defying God's will. This theme of judgment and retribution is a central element of the book and is echoed in other apocalyptic literature. Despite its exclusion from the Bible, the Book of Enoch remains an influential text, offering insights into the beliefs and myths of ancient cultures. Its stories of fallen angels, giants, and cosmic battles continue to captivate readers and inspire debates about the nature of good and evil, the role of divine beings, and the mysteries of the universe. While it may never be universally accepted as part of the biblical canon, the Book of Enoch endures as a powerful and thought-provoking work that challenges our understanding of the ancient world and its spiritual traditions. The story described in the text revolves around the mythological tale of the Watchers, a group of angels mentioned in the Book of Enoch, and their interactions with humans, leading to significant consequences for mankind. These angels, referred to as the sons of God, were originally tasked with observing humanity, but ultimately chose to interfere directly in human affairs, which led to catastrophic outcomes. The narrative begins by detailing how the Watchers, captivated by the beauty of mortal women, decided to descend to Earth and take these women as their wives. This decision was not without hesitation. The leader of the Watchers, Samyaza, sometimes spelled Samjaza, warned the others that their actions would bring severe punishment from God. Despite his caution, the other Watchers persuaded him to proceed, collectively agreeing to share the consequences of their transgression. A total of 200 Watchers descended to Earth, and their union with human women resulted in the birth of hybrid beings known as the Nephilim. The Nephilim are described in the Bible, particularly in Genesis 6:1-4, as giants who were heroes of old and men of renown. The Book of Enoch goes further, depicting these beings as destructive forces on Earth. The Nephilim, or giants, began to consume everything that humanity had built, eventually turning their violence on humans and even on each other. The tale continues by introducing Azazel, a significant figure among the Watchers. Azazel is credited with teaching mankind the arts of warfare, the use of weapons such as swords and knives, and the manipulation of the natural world through paints, stones, and dyes. His teachings, along with those of the other Watchers who introduced sorcery, incantations, and the knowledge of heavenly secrets, led to widespread corruption among humans. The actions of the Watchers, particularly Azazel, are said to have increased impiety and multiplied fornication, corrupting mankind in numerous ways. As humanity suffered under the influence of the Watchers and their offspring, the cries of the people reached the heavens. In response, the archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel looked down from heaven and saw the chaos unfolding on earth. They brought their concerns before God, placing much of the blame on Azazel and Samyaza. The archangels pointed out that Azazel had taught humanity all manner of iniquity and disclosed forbidden knowledge, while Samyaza had led the Watchers in their sinful actions. God, upon hearing this, decided to take action to restore order on earth. He instructed Uriel to warn Noah, the son of Lamech, about the impending destruction of the earth through a great flood. Uriel was to explain to Noah how to survive the flood and ensure the continuation of his lineage. Meanwhile, God commanded Raphael to bind Azazel hand and foot and cast him into the darkness by opening the desert of Dudiel, a region in the underworld. The text also touches on the Book of Parables, another section of the Book of Enoch. The Book of Parables is unique in that no fragments of it have been found among the Dead Sea Scrolls. It has traditionally been preserved by the Beta Israel community, who likely carried it from Egypt to Cush and later to the Ethiopian highlands. The origin of the Book of Parables is debated, with some scholars suggesting it is a Christian-era text written between 50 and 200 AD. However, the Beta Israel community's use of the book predates this period, and it likely formed part of their holy texts before 200 BC. The debate over the Book of Parables' origin stems from various pieces of evidence, much of which has been interpreted through a Christian lens by later translators. For instance, the phrase "Son of Man," which appears frequently in the Book of Parables, is often seen as a reference to Christian terminology. However, this interpretation is contested, with arguments that the text should not be viewed solely through a Christian perspective, as it existed in a different cultural and religious context. The story of the Watchers, a group of angels also referred to as the Sons of God, is an intriguing narrative that unfolds in the Book of Enoch. These angels, tasked with observing humanity, became enamored with the beauty of human women. This fascination led them to make a fateful decision. They chose to descend to earth and take these women as their wives, impregnating them and creating a race of beings that were neither fully angelic nor fully human. This act of defiance marked a significant departure from their original purpose, which was merely to watch over humanity without direct interference. The leader of the Watchers, known as Samyaza or Samjaza, initially expressed hesitation. He warned the other angels that their actions would lead to severe consequences, and that he, as their leader, would bear the brunt of the punishment from God. However, the other Watchers, emboldened by their shared desire, convinced him that they would all face the repercussions together. This pact among the Watchers resulted in their collective descent to Earth, where they took human wives and fathered children. These children, known as the Nephilim, were not ordinary beings. Described in various texts as giants, they were a hybrid of human and angelic nature. The Nephilim are mentioned in the Bible, specifically in Genesis 6:1-4, where they are referred to as heroes of old, men of renown. There is ongoing debate among scholars and theologians about the exact nature of the Nephilim, but the general consensus is that they were formidable beings who had a significant impact on the world. As the Nephilim grew in number, their presence on Earth led to chaos and destruction. They consumed the resources of humanity and eventually turned on each other, leading to widespread violence and bloodshed. The Watchers, in their time on Earth, also imparted forbidden knowledge to humanity. According to the Book of Enoch, these angels taught humans various forms of sorcery, incantations, and the use of plants and roots for magical purposes. This dissemination of knowledge, which was not meant for human understanding, further corrupted humanity. One of the most notable watchers, Azazel, is specifically mentioned for his role in teaching humanity the art of warfare. He introduced the use of swords, knives, and other weapons, which led to an increase in violence and bloodshed. Azazel also taught humans about the use of cosmetics and dyes, allowing them to alter their appearance and manipulate their surroundings. The actions of Azazel and the other watchers led to a rapid decline in morality and a significant increase in sin and corruption among humans. As the situation on Earth deteriorated, the cries of humanity reached the heavens. In response, the archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel observed the chaos and decided to take action. They approached God and reported the transgressions of the watchers, particularly focusing on the actions of Azazel and Samyaza. They informed God of how Azazel had taught humanity iniquity and revealed secret knowledge that was meant to remain hidden. They also highlighted the actions of Samyaza, who had led the watchers in their defiance of God's will. In response to the archangel's plea, God decided to cleanse the earth of the corruption that had been sown by the watchers and their offspring. He instructed the archangel Uriel to warn Noah, the son of Lamech, of the impending flood that would destroy all life on earth. Noah was told to prepare an ark to save his family and the animals, ensuring the survival of life on earth after the flood. God then commanded the archangel Raphael to bind Azazel and cast him into the darkness. Azazel was to be imprisoned in a desert region known as Dudael, where he would remain until the final judgment. This act of binding Azazel was intended to prevent further corruption and to begin the process of restoring order to the world. The Book of Enoch, particularly the section known as the Book of Parables, offers a detailed account of these events. The Book of Parables is unique in that it does not have any fragments documented within the Dead Sea Scrolls, unlike other parts of the Book of Enoch. This has led to debates among scholars regarding its origins and authenticity. The text has been traditionally used by the Beta Israel community, a group of Ethiopian Jews who likely carried it south from Egypt to Cush and later to the Ethiopian highlands. The origin of the Book of Parables is widely debated, with some scholars suggesting that it was written during the Christian era, between 50 and 200 AD. However, this assumption is based on interpretations that apply Christian terminology to the text, which is not inherently Christian. For example, the phrase "Son of Man" is often seen as a reference to Jesus Christ in Christian texts, but in the Book of Parables, it is used in a different context. Despite these debates, the Book of Parables remains an important part of the broader Enochic literature, providing a vivid account of the Watchers, their fall from grace, and the subsequent events that shaped the early history of humanity. The story of the Watchers serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of defying divine order and the consequences of imparting forbidden knowledge to those who are not meant to possess it. The Book of Enoch, also known as First Enoch, is a significant ancient text often discussed in the context of biblical studies and apocryphal literature. This book is traditionally divided into several sections, each offering unique perspectives on divine judgment, cosmic secrets, and prophetic visions. Among the most debated elements of Enoch's writings is the identification and significance of the Son of Man figure. Some interpretations suggest that this figure is not Jesus Christ, but rather Seth, the patriarch who survived Noah's flood. In the Book of Parables, a central section of 1 Enoch, the Son of Man is interpreted by some scholars as Seth rather than a messianic figure. The term Ben Adam, Son of Man, can be translated as Son of Adam, a designation fitting for Seth, who is introduced as the progenitor of all surviving humanity after the flood. This section, comprising chapters 37 to 71, is characterized by oracular material rather than the parables of Jesus. The text focuses on themes of judgment, the fate of the righteous, and the ultimate triumph of divine justice. Chapter 38 of the Book of Parables introduces the expectation of a righteous community that will witness the judgment of the sinners. This righteous figure will lead the judgment, similar to the betrayal theme found in Mark 14:21, which suggests that it would have been better for such betrayers never to have been born. This judgment scenario aligns with later literature, such as the Book of Ezra, which describes the torment faced by those who have denied divine authority. Chapters 39 to 41 describe Enoch's vision of the heavenly realms and the angelic beings who inhabit them. Enoch is depicted as being swept into heaven, where he encounters the Lord of spirits and innumerable angels. Notably, 4 prominent angels are described: Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel, each responsible for different aspects of divine intervention and cosmic order. Enoch's visions also include detailed knowledge of cosmic phenomena, including the sun and moon, which are critical to understanding the heavenly calendar. The astronomical book within 1 Enoch, spanning chapters 72 to 82, focuses on celestial bodies and their influence on timekeeping. This section is highly esoteric, dealing with calculations of the solar year and the lengths of months, reflecting a 364-day calendar system as opposed to the 360-day calendar prevalent among other groups like the Qumran community. This calendrical debate was crucial for religious observances, including the accurate timing of Passover. The discrepancy between the 364-day and 360-day calendars highlights the significance of correct observance for the community's religious practices. The Book of Dreams and Visions, another segment of 1 Enoch, retells world history through symbolic visions involving sheep representing various nations and peoples. This allegorical narrative includes the depiction of Israelite sheep contending with various predatory animals representing different empires. This section, along with fragments from the Book of Noah, suggests a connection to earlier traditions and narratives, including descriptions of Noah's birth and the flood, aligning with the larger cosmic and prophetic themes of the text. The final chapters, 106 and 107, recount the birth of Noah with extraordinary physical characteristics and his divine purpose. These narratives likely stem from a lost apocalypse focused on Noah, illustrating his role as the remnant for Lamech and the judgment that would follow. Noah's unusual appearance and his early speech are seen as signs of his significant role in divine plans. In contemporary discussions, such as those mentioned by Katie Williams and Joe Rogan, the exclusion of the Book of Enoch from the canonical Bible is sometimes interpreted through various lenses. Williams expressed frustration over the lack of representation of black figures in the Bible and suggested that the omission of Enoch was part of a broader agenda by early church authorities. Rogan's theory posits that the only non-black characters in the Bible were the Romans, making Noah's albino characteristics in the Book of Enoch a point of significance in discussions about racial representation in biblical texts. The Book of Enoch offers a rich tapestry of apocalyptic visions, celestial knowledge, and prophetic insights. Its content reflects a complex interplay between cosmic order, divine justice, and esoteric knowledge, revealing the intricate concerns of its ancient authors and their communities. The debates surrounding the text's interpretation, its historical significance, and its exclusion from the Bible continue to fuel scholarly and theological discussions.